My name is Alita Nyquist Schultz, and I'm a collective artist with the Good Women Dance Society here in Edmonton. And Good Women produces an annual contemporary dance showcase of local artists' work, and it's called Convergence. We actually curate a program based on local artists who are up and coming and who have a really exciting work that we want to give an opportunity to be performed. So we ask them to share the program with us, and we premiere new work, and they get to share the stage with us, and I think it's a really good way for us to connect with the emerging artist community. I choreographed the piece called Withheld, and it's a quartet. You see the dancers rehearsing it behind me here. We had a couple residencies that the piece went through in its creation phase. So we created some of it in a residency with Mal Zero Dance, and then some of it also in a residency in Calgary with Dancer Studio West.
It's very important to have events like Convergence because they're an opportunity for emerging artists such as myself to present at a further workshop stage and in a larger theater, in a sort of a more of a main stage kind of venue, which allows for taking another step. So I mean, sometimes with works in progress, you get to stay at one stage for a while, but here's the next step, which is great.
The ECF's funding of Convergence was very crucial to it actually happening. It funded us along every step of the way. Basically, it covered our production costs for the performance, which is amazing because it's a very expensive thing to put on a show, especially for a company as young as Good Women is. And then also covering artist fees, which is something that unfortunately always gets skipped over. I would say we get paid for our rehearsal time probably about 15% of the time. And so this has been huge, especially for these emerging artists that we are presenting, to be able to say to them, not only do you have a beautiful theater to perform in, but you actually get paid for this performance and a rate that is acceptable.
It's very important to make a living off of your art. The hours that we're working right now are quite long and quite exhausting, and to do that for free would be, well, to be honest, kind of demoralizing. I mean, the art is a great reward and it's something I love to do, but at the same time, when you're spending 7 hours a day doing heavy physical labor as art, it's hard to go to a job after that. So I mean, if this is your job, then it makes it a lot easier and a lot more encouraging.
ECF liked the idea because it supports the contemporary dance community in Edmonton, and it also helps to cultivate emerging artists that are local and looking to elevate their careers. The emerging artists wouldn't have this opportunity otherwise, because there's a lot that goes into a production like this. There's a lot of expertise, there's a lot of resources that emerging artists wouldn't necessarily have, that by partnering with Good Women Dance and being incorporated into Convergence, they're able to see their work play out and be a part of this production.
The granting process with ECF was the most positive experience that I have had, and I write a lot of grants. It was really wonderful because I got a substantial amount of feedback from the ECF after I submitted my letter of inquiry, and so they gave me probably 3 to 5 pages of point notes on what I needed to elaborate on, what I needed to clarify, and I've never had that before in a granting process, and it was so helpful. And actually what I learned through just that bit of information I will take with me, and I feel like I'll be able to write better grants now because of it. It just makes us feel very valued and makes us want to do so much more and able to do so much more.